Yo, it's Art of Cards TCG. I got paint on my hands because I was doing some painting earlier. I am making another video today, which I don't normally do, but today we're going to be talking about Whatnot. Now, I stream on Whatnot, and I like to think that I'm a credible streamer. Um, and what I mean by that is I'm not sitting and streaming, and when I don't think a card gets to a price that it should be, basically raw PSA 10 prices. I'm screaming at my audience. If you get a good deal, you get a good deal. This is how I feel. And the reason why I feel that way is because I just love the hobby, right? If you get a good deal, that's great. If unfortunately sometimes that it gets overbid, that's what it is. But I also sell cards that are of a good quality, and I display the quality, right? I display front, back, all corners, things like that. And we're not going to get into that. I digress. We're not going to get in that. I got a glass of wine, and we're going to be talking about this video here with Whatnot, right? So Prismatic Evolution. I posted a video earlier of me opening up an ETB, and I had some good luck. I had a Master Ball on that one, as well as a gold card, right? 3 gold stars. Really good. Not going to lie. Better than I anticipated considering the pull rates are so bad, but I decided, because I had been watching some Whatnot or like quite literally before I made this video, and it blows my mind how people go absolutely FOMO crazy on here with stuff. So I'm on Followed Host. Now, I just want to highlight a few things. Kraken hits, absolutely love them. Super stand up. I've never had any issues with shipping. They ship everything that I would ultimately get. They utilize the break system, which is very fair from a gambling standpoint for anybody that goes in, and it's based on your own RNG. So basically, if somebody, bids something in the break and they get like the floor, which is generally a pack, um, I tend to have better luck. I've gotten a lot of product from Kraken Hits from roughly about 50% of cost, and then, I open most of that. Sometimes I stream with it and things like that. But one of my biggest issues with Whatnot streamers is that they completely hound people to bid up and basically pay PSA 9 or 10 prices for a raw card. Now, that would be fine if the card itself would even attain that grade. And I've had a situation where I got the Obsidian Flames Charizard on here thinking that it would get a 10 and ended up getting an 8. So that's kind of the risk, right? There's always a level of risk, and I'm not trying to, downplay Whatnot. I use Whatnot. There's some good streamers on Whatnot, but unfortunately, there's some bad streamers. I've seen streamers on Whatnot opening up Evolving Skies, and that card's going to be an Umbreon, and suddenly that pack leaves the screen and then comes back with some shitty card. Stay away from them. Who the streamers I'm going to highlight here are streamers that I've trust and I've spent a lot of money, utilizing their streams. And you kind of have to go in understanding that there is a certain level of risk. So Kraken Hicks, I'm not going to click on that. It looks like they're towards the end of their stream. Somebody just won a Prismatic Evolution ETB for $76, which is unfortunate because I got a Pokemon Center for retail. I was able to get at least one of them. I got one from GameStop at retail, and I've got one from my buddy's card shop at $60. He wasn't overcharging today. He had a limited amount of ETBs, but for the most part, it was, anybody that came in, he didn't have a huge amount, but anybody that came in got it for $60, which was pretty legit. I mean, in this type of market, it's very hard to do. when the market is so limited. So I'm really hoping for that reprint. But Team Redmon, which is a Fallout host. Let's take a look at what's going on over there.
Okay, all you guys just simply
Like the prismatic evolution situation here.
If you really want, I can try to find
How much are people paying for a pack? Let's take a look.
if you want that.
Which makes no sense, right?
Unfortunately, that was
Because I think these packs are going for like $20, 15, $20 a pack. And it's like you can get Unbroken Bonds for $25 a pack with the potential of hitting one of those hits. High level. Look at this. This person just hit an Umbreon on that. That's crazy. They probably paid 3 packs, probably $50, and got an Umbreon. That's crazy. The cool thing about Redmon, or this particular streamer, is like, look, he's just highlighting it completely. Just completely transparent. And that's what you gotta watch for. Before you bid and do things, you gotta look at and watch a lot of these streams before you feel comfortable going on there and spending your money. Like, obviously, like, this is all over. And when they do the video receipt, there's no way to hide that. This person spent $27 and got the Umbreon EX in English.
How about that? Let's take a look at it really quick and enjoy this.
It's a gamble. It's a risk.
Ernesto.
3 packs for $27. Not that bad. Not that bad considering what's going on here, but you know.
Wow, that was a lot of pain to get there. I mean, that is
man, they got the Umbreon. Right? So that was a good stuff. I just followed Going Twice, and they do a lot of what Kraken does with their breaks. So Kraken does things that, like, generally either a 60-40 or 50-50 kind of concept. Going Twice, kind of more towards a 70-30, 80-20. CK47 is generally a high-end, I would say high-end gambling, because it's very expensive in what you're bidding for, whether it's a mystery pack or mystery bag or something like that. But generally, they're pretty good about making it pretty close to what you're going to spend. Vortex Breaks is pretty good. But let's go over to Pokemon cards. Pokemoon does a lot of rip to ship, and I honestly did some rip to ship with them. They're very, very high level of integrity, as well as Kraken and Team Redmon. Obviously, you just saw that. So you just have to be very careful when it comes to whatnot. But my main objective here is to look at prismatic evolution and what's going on with that. So the Moonbreon, Sunbreon, this is 3 packs of Wizards of the Coast. I'm not entirely sure what that is. If we can probably go look at the bino. I mean, somewhat fair. They're not super price gouging. Obviously, it's not retail, but like the poster collection is. If you were to go to Walmart, Target, Dollar General, or something like this, it'd probably be somewhere around $30, I would say, with tax. So we're looking at $45 with the tax in your area. You know, $15, $20 upcharge on that. Now, the one thing that I think is quite ridiculous, and probably why it's priced $48, is that I believe the tech sticker packs have the best hit rates. But honestly, if you were to go buy that at Walmart, if it was available, it'd be probably $13, $12.99. Binder collections typically around $25-$30, so $80 is a little crazy. If you think 5 packs divided by 80, that's kind of giving you what the pack. $135 for ATV, absolutely nuts. That's double the price of what it should be retail. Base set 2 is garbage for $369. That is like the worst set in the vintage era. Base set 2 is complete junk. Don't ever get caught up with buying base set 2. We'll click out of there because nothing's going on. Riptide Card Shop is a West Coast, relatively new, I think. But they do a lot of the
giveaway is a pack of
breaks. Generally speaking, it's pretty fair. Like, this is $19 right here, and obviously there's going to be a floor, an average, and a ceiling, because as much as they don't like to admit, it's gambling, right? You're gambling. So 19. If we go in here and look at the spots, we got an ETB still left, sticker collection, poster collection, binder collection. Gotta go here. And then just regular packs. So really, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ceilings left with 21. So you're definitely gambling. That's where your RNG is going to come into play. But I do trust these individuals. They're really good. I got 3 boxes. So I bid like $20 and I ended up with 3 boxes, or $20, so 2 for $60 for 3 boxes of Terrestrial Festival. So they're pretty legit. Vortex Cards is not too bad. Master Set Games is actually pretty good, especially when they do slabs. They're generally on the cheaper side. If we look here, which I follow this, and it is a Delta Species Dragonite. We'll just watch it for a second. We'll see what this goes at. And like I said, it's a raw card. Centering is bad left to right and top to bottom. Oh no, top to bottom looks good. Left to right, it's bad though, and the back left to right looks pretty good actually, as well.
I love you.
You know, let's see. This card raw is probably
Here we go.
$30.
Here we fucking go.
And there's some cussing. I'm sorry, but
fucking big boy.
we're gonna chill here for a second before I end the video. We're gonna see what this card. This is probably a $30 card raw.
It's a triple digit card, guys.
And they call it, this dude on here. Did you hear him? Triple digit card
No print line.
in a PSA 10. PSA 9 triple digit, and it's not going to get a 10 because that centering left to right's bad.
Steal it.
$77, $82, $87. People are literally paying for PSA 10 prices for raw cards on here. And it doesn't help when the host is screaming in your face to bid this card up. This card is not going to get a 10.
Stealing it.
I don't care how good the corners are or the edges are. That left to right is going to be a hinge. And when on video, you cannot tell with those scratches. I got a 151 Charizard for $180, which is below raw price. 100% below raw price. It won't hit a 10 because when I got it, they didn't show the back. And when I looked at the back, I was like, oh my god, there's print lines all over the back, and that's probably why they didn't show the back, as well as the smudge. Centering's good though, but that that back surface is going to prevent it from being a 10. And going to 9, it's like,
this is how we're ending the night, guys.
You know,
like
easily
we started at 9:30,
the 9 is probably $210. It's not even worth grading.
I don't even know if we're gonna make
and
it
that
to
was
midnight.
with which I don't believe they're streaming right now. I don't see it. If I go to followed host, let's see if they're on there. That's Pokey Collect, by the way, which arguably I've never had any issues until that Charizard, but I spent $180 on it, so it's not that. Of course, I can sell it raw for $200 and make my money back, sure, but I wanted to keep it. It was one of my collections. It wasn't intended to be sold. And it doesn't look like they're streaming today. But I'm Art of Cards TCG. And really, this is just a PSA to anybody that intends to purchase on Whatnot. You got to be careful. If you're new to Whatnot, watch a few streams. Kraken Hits is good. Team Redmond is good. Pokey Moon is good as well for rip to hits. They're very fair on their prices. Again, it's gambling. Personally, I've just, for $80 or whatever, like for Crown Zenith, it's like $80 or something for the silver border. Just go buy packs and open them up yourself. Unless you're really convinced that you're good, you might get lucky. I got a off Kraken Hits specifically. I got a jungle pack for $31. I ended up opening it for my 2,000 subscriber celebration kind of video that I did, and it ended up being a light pack which didn't have a hit in it, but for $31, come on, that's a pretty good deal. But just keep an eye on what you're doing with Whatnot, and make sure that you're just being smart about things, watching people for a little while. Don't take my word on it that Riptide, Pokemoon, Nova TCG, Kraken Hits, and Team Redmond are decent streamers where you're going to get what you see on screen. But just keep an eye out for everybody else. Everybody else is not looking at it from your best interest, right? They're looking at it to try to make money and capitalize it. And a lot of you streamers will sell things on here at PSA 10 prices that won't get a PSA 10. And they know it, and they still do it. So from a Whatnot perspective, it's a really cool place to go. But honestly, like a lot of my single cards that I really want, I end up buying on like eBay or TCG Player and things like that. Just be wary. Just be wary. And if you come to my channel when I'm doing a stream, trust me, you might, I did a base set Zard that was MP. It wasn't like it was gonna get PSA 10 by any means, but somebody got it for like $25 on one of my things. I make things really fair. Part of what I do on there is just to be, it's just fun. I mean, I collect cards, I sell cards. Whatever I sell cards for, however much it sells it for, I turn around and I go buy more cards. I make content for YouTube, and then, I sell on Whatnot at a very, very fair price. I don't hound my audience to continue to bid things up when it's unnecessary. And it's just not... Oh my god, look on Team Redmond right there. I think somebody just got a...
It wasn't even on... They didn't have a market price.
Is it a Master Ball or Pokeball Umbreon? I got 2 hollows of that in my ECVs today, but no Pokeball. Oh, Master Ball Umbreon. Come on, man. These guys are hot hands tonight.
And in a matter of 5 minutes,
and you're going to get that Master Ball.
I would assume it's 500.
Yeah,
they're going to
probably
send
like
it to you.
$500 card right there.
Oh,
dude,
my Lord.
that is
It's crazy.
insane.
Anyways, I'm Articards TCG. I know it's a long video, and I just wanted to highlight what to look for, what not to do on Whatnot.
We keep seeing Master Ball, in case you don't know this.
Obviously, if you want to ask additional questions, I got my email in my profile, and just kind of shoot it my way, and we will have a discussion. But the last thing I want you to do is overspend on things. A raw card is a raw card, and a raw price is for a raw card. Don't spend PSA prices on raw cards. I'm Articards TCG. Have yourself a good night. Look out for the rest of my videos. Like, subscribe, and as always, I will see you on the next one.